Hi, I'm Wallace Ribeiro. Today let's talk about melodic scale. This video is divided by two parts. First part is the theory, and the second part, the hands-on. You're gonna finger in all what has been learned. Here we go. It's pretty important to know the melodic scale we're talking about is actually the Pentatonic scale. In the popular music it's called Melodic Minor. Originally, this scale has different intervals when ascendant and descendant. Ascendant, the 6 and 7, they are majors. Descendant, the 6 and 7, they are minors. It goes down. Likewise, the natural minor scale, also called Untitled Minor. Likewise, Julian mode too. The reason for this scale goes down with different intervals is to meet classical music's need. When you refer to popular melodic minor, the one you're gonna learn is called Pentatonic scale for classical musicians, but actually it's the same melodic scale by keeping the same intervals ascendant and descendant, with major 6 and major 7 either ascendant and descendant. It happened throughout the history of music. The idea of this class is not talking about history of music. Anyway, I recommend you read some books. It makes you understand much better about the evolution of scales. I'm gonna break it down into 11 sessions. In the first section, let's see the intervals of melodic minor scale. Second session, let's compare the Dorian mode with melodic minor. Also compare harmonic minor and melodic minor. In this next session, let's see the chords of melodic minor scale and also the distance between the degrees in steps. In this next session, let's see the notes resulted by the superposition of thirds coming from each degree. Also, the triads with 7 for each degree. Next session, let's see the modes of melodic minor. In the next session, we're going to see the intervals of each mode. Here, we're going to check the chords generated by the superposition of thirds of each degree, especially the 4th and 5th, and also the symmetrical augmented triad from 3rd degree. In the next session, I will analyze the intervals of triads coming from 4th and 5th degree. Else, we show you some superpositions and some important chords. Next one, I'm going to show you how to build the pentatonic minor scale, that famous pentatonic scale. It starts off Phrygian 6, the 2nd degree of melodic scale. In this next session, I'm going to show how to extract the pentatonic minor 6. It seems few people know this. It's basically a Dorian mode characteristic. It starts off the 1st and the 2nd degree of melodic minor. The last one, let's see the sus4 chord. It starts off 5th degree of melodic minor. Now we'll show you some slash chords with 7 and augmented 5th. Let's check one by one. In order to understand all next sessions, you should at least have some idea as a prerequirement about minor scale, modes, and chords. Else, the 4 kinds of triads, and the superposition of thirds, and the triads with 7 and the superposition of thirds. Else, harmonic scale, build the chords of scale, and the pentatonics, minor 6 and minor 7. In the first session, we have the intervals. The melodic minor scale is built by root, major 2nd, minor 3rd, perfect 4, perfect 5th, major 6, major 7. Next session, let's compare the Dorian mode with melodic minor and the harmonic scale as well. You can see the difference in red. As you see, the difference between them is in the 7th degree. Dorian mode has 7. Melodic minor has major 7. That's why the first mode of melodic minor scale is also called Dorian with major 7. At the bottom we have harmonic minor. It has major 7, likewise melodic minor. The only difference is harmonic minor has minor 6. And melodic minor, as shown in blue here, has major 6. Another important comparison. The melodic minor scale has the same intervals of major scale, except the third. It means, if you already know how to play the major scale or solve the major scale, all we need to do is put the third degree half step down. Then you're going to have the melodic minor. It's for any key. Here we have the chords of melodic minor scale and also the distance of each degree. It's important you take a note and then you practice it in all keys, okay? In the next session, here we have the chords resulted by the superposition of thirds for each degree of melodic scale. I recommend you take a note and do your own analysis about superposition of thirds by using the melodic minor scale and also all other scales as well. Let's go to the next. Here we have all modes generated by melodic minor. Each chord of melodic minor scale has also its respective mode, based on the triads with 7 and the extension notes. 9th, 11th, 13th, or 2nd, 4th, and 6th. Let's check it out in the next session. Else, let's check the intervals of each mode. This first mode we have A minor with major 7 or A minor 6. It's also called Dorian with major 7. It has the same intervals of a regular Dorian, but with major 7 instead. The second mode we have B minor 7 chord. It's also called Phrygian 6. Phrygian is the third mode of major scale. It has a minor 6, but in this case it has major 6 instead. In the fifth mode we have E7 chord. It's called Mixolydian flat 6. It's a Mixolydian with minor 6. The sixth mode we have F sharp half diminished or Locrian 9. This chord has major 9 instead of minor 9. Locrian 9 is the second of 2-5-1 minor progression. The third mode we have C major 7 with augment 5th. Also it's called Lydian augment 5th. As the name suggests, it has augment 5th instead of perfect 5th. In the fourth mode we have D7 chord. It's also called Mixolydian with augment 4 and also Lydian flat 7. This mode is used by sub 5. You can find this in the functional harmony. The next mode you have Alt 7, often used in jazz, MPB and bossa nova. It's a domain chord with lot of tensions, like major third, major 7 as the full intervals for any domain, and the second and 9th, and the 50th. All then are alt chords. So we have flat 2nd and flat 9, and augment 2nd and augment 9th. Also we have diminished 5th and augment 5th. When you consider this as Locrian, we have super Locrian, because all intervals from second word with all degrees in flat. It's a Locrian flat 4. In the session in highlight you can see the superior framework triads, or triads in the middle. You see in blue. These triads are found in the 4th and the 5th degree of major scale, and also the melodic minor chords. These triads are also compared with all degrees of major and melodic minor scale. The superposition of these triads for each degree creates tension in the chords that still work in the functionality of harmony. In the same session you have the augment triad start of the 3rd degree and its symmetrical framework. It creates two inversions by originating under two augment triads with same notes. Augment E, augment G sharp. A good tip for augment triad is, let's use the same symmetry. You can enjoy the same idea and apply it for each two steps. In the next session, let's analyze the superposition of those triads of middle with four important chords of melodic minor. It's A melodic minor. When you overlap the D triad on A minor 6, we have a perfect 4 added to the chord. For the G sharp 7 altered, the major triad comes by itself. When overlap the same triad for D7, it's already the basic triad. For F sharp half diminished, the D note is already the flat 13th. Let's do the analysis of E major triad. When it's overlap of A minor 6, we're gonna have the major 7 and major 9 available for this chord. For the G sharp alt, either the A major triad and D major triad, both are already part of the chord. For F sharp half diminished, we have B note. It's a perfect 11th. In this session, we have Pentatonic Minor 7. It's the start of the second degree of Melodic Minor. It's a B minor pentatonic, and how it was built, and the D6-9 chord appears here. One tip to use this minor pentatonic coming from the second degree of Melodic Minor, and then you can apply all patterns and licks you already know. You can take all chords of Melodic Minor and do your own backing track by playing along. It's the Pentatonic Minor 6, a Dorian characteristic. If you do a deep analysis, you can find this pentatonic coming from the first and second degree of Melodic Minor, and their applicability over the Melodic Minor chords. Either one of them, or if we merge both, it gives us interesting ideas to improvise. Both pentatonics together have all notes of Melodic Minor. In the last session, let's see the sus4 chord with 9 and its slashes. For the second degree, we have minor 7 chord with augment 5th. In this example, we have E sus4/9 built by E, F sharp, A, and D. If you consider F sharp as root, we have E sus4/9 by having F sharp minor 7 with augment 5th. Folks, I recommend you to do some tests by checking the results you have and by play along over D sharp 7 alt, A minor 6, D7 with augment 11. It's a sub 5 function, and the F sharp half diminished as being locker 9. It can be used as being the chord 2 of a cadential. Make your own backing tracks and have fun. Folks, that's all. Study each session separately to make sure you get all ideas. Apply the same theory in all keys, and the main thing is to play. And thanks for watching. See you next time.